really started to hit
That's
here.
the one that I was so impressed with. And
Right.
that's when I got hooked.
Right. And
I
that's when
started
most
watching
people got hooked.
all
I
the
think Kevin
others.
was one of them as well.
Yeah.
And this comes back to meeting Kevin now as well.
Kevin, you're
because
gonna come
Kevin,
in.
I think Kevin, that was the first one, wasn't it? Pure vinyls for you.
Yeah,
Right. So Kevin.
And
Kevin,
explain for the people who are just logging in now.
Right. So,
hi, British Empress. Yes, you're late. You've missed a wonderful show, but catch the end of it.
So we done Pure Vinyls, which is a lady called Claudia, who is a vinyl shop, which we know vinyls are really never around these days.
No, but there's a huge resurgence of vinyl now.
Well, absolutely, but before, it was kind of going, because CDs aren't really working, but there you go. So we filmed her doing Pure Vinyls. Yeah, exactly. We filmed her doing Pure Vinyls, and the hits started to get harder. And then what was beautiful for me was watching America pay so much attention. So Tony English then passed it on to everybody, made comments, oh my gosh, I can't wait to come back. When I come back to the UK, this is where I'm going.
Exactly.
And then it just went mental. Kevin then was making comments about it, saying, look, you're doing something really great. I was like, who's this person? And he was just consistent. So this is what I mean by, I may have known him since November, but I feel like I know him because he has been so passionate, and not just and black businesses. His research into looking into black businesses. I said to him last week about I want some black businesses here, and in 2 minutes he'd sent me a link for look at this, and then he said, oh, I'm going to come and meet you. In fact, I'm going to take a day off work. I said, don't lose no money for me, because I know what it's like here. I've heard. He's like, no, you know what? And so for me, when I say I have love for this brother, I have love for him because the fact that he done it. Kevin, you might want to speak about your whole thing to do with the Black Friday and what you saw and whatever.
Oh, I was just impressed that finally somebody put something out there to let everybody know on the social media that we are doing something.
Right.
You know, and that we have something to offer.
Right.
And so we definitely have to not only look at ourselves and say, something I have to make myself better, and I have to make everybody else around me better. So the whole thing is that Donna is bringing everybody up, bringing all these businesses up. And it's like, this is really great because as the businesses grow,
the community grows.
Exactly.
We as a people. But here's my point.
Absolutely.
Why do we not support our own?
Because we've been brainwashed and conditioned not to. It's a slavery mentality of not to do that. We put ourselves down because that's what we're told to do. And so we've got to take time, take little bit by little baby steps and chip away at that and show that it's okay. And that's where the love is. This is what I'm saying about this is where the love is. It's about to not have that judgment. And people are still going to hate you, because that's what they're used to, but you just have to touch them in the back of the neck and go, it's all right, it's cool, I got you. And it's prayer. It's prayer. And when I say prayer, I'm not talking about the superficial prayer that when you go in church on the Sunday. I'm talking about prayer, your prayer, your deep soul
when you're in the
prayer.
closet,
right.
You're God.
You got to call on Him. As it says in Psalms 55, verse 22, cast your burdens onto the Lord and He shall sustain thee. Call on Him. Knock down the doors. Call on Him. Your personal call on Him. I have a relationship with the Creator. I don't have a relationship with the church.
Right.
That's my personal.
And that...
That's my personal.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a church. It's a building. They say when more than 2 or 3 are present, God is around. That's how I feel. So for me, whether we believe or not, we have a belief of we want black businesses on. Now, I have nothing against any other business at all. I'm saying that we support other businesses all the time, but we have to build up our own. We can't keep buying out there.
We're the world's biggest consumers. I mean, we spend
yes.
so much money.
Yeah. Because Tony English is saying Black Friday and Cyber Monday accounts for almost 40% of total sales for the whole year.
That's right.
And we are the main consumers.
That's right.
That buy into that whole Black Friday nonsense.
Exactly. And we buy into that. And that's where, for me, I think things changed in the UK, because it was like, okay, let's change. And when I saw the changes in people, I was like, wow. For me, Claudia from Pure Vinyls was the most humblest, because she was like,
yes,
look, in 48 hours, Donna, I saw my business just change that I never thought was ever going to happen.
And that is the power of social media.
It's the power of social media.
And the internet.
But let me show you the flip side of black businesses as well. People are not ready.
Customer service.
Customer service. And I think customer service here is a lot better than it is in the UK. And,
you think?
And that's what I can only go by what I see. And let me explain this. I think it might be English accent. It might be different. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I'm saying that I think it's better here. But at the same time, we still have a fundamental problem, which is we're not ready. First of all...
You're talking about Caribbean people
or
black people?
See, there is a difference, isn't there, really? You see, because I mean... No, yeah, because we're talking about America, they're thinking about... in UK, predominantly most black people are of Caribbean. African or Western, Caribbean. Mm-hmm. So what I would say, let's say black people, is that most people start getting up early to go to work. Why are you not open by 7 o'clock? I don't understand. If McDonald's is open at 6 o'clock and all those other shops open at 6 o'clock, why is the West Indian food places not open at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock?
Because they're out partying and they got to sleep.
And you're going in at 11 o'clock. Why are your clothes shops open at 11? If you think about places like Sock Shop and Tie Rack,
when you're going to work, you need stockings on the way to work. You're running there.
Right. So why have you not got the same principle? What's happening?
Shaq D saying, Donna, talk up the person who messed me about last week.
And we were about to talk that, not just him. This happens to us all the time. So what happens is we go to a business, we're saying, Shaq D and I will go to a business and we'll go, look, we're going to come and film. And they go, okay, cool. And they'll say 11 o'clock on Tuesday, which is something that happened to him as well. And he'll phone them and they say, we're busy, or you turn up and they don't remember you, and then you go to 2 and it happens a lot. Now, Shaq and I really fed up with this, and we are going to do a live video about it, because if I was white and I said I come from the BBC, Channel 4, NBC, you'd be ready. You'd be ready. So you're not. A lot of those businesses are not ready. A lot of those businesses will not be filmed by me, for the simple reason is they're not ready. I'm not going to introduce my audience that I've taken time to build to that. You're not ready, don't expect me to be there. There's no point you coming to me because you're not ready. Because, like I said, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And these businesses need to wake up. I can understand why some of these black businesses are failing, because you have no goal for your business. Why? If you look at places like, let's use those coffee places, the top coffee places, they're outside giving samples from early.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why are you not giving a sample? And then you talk about freeness, but people will buy. If your product is good, people will buy.
But you've got to introduce the product.
But you've got to introduce the product.
But all of these are marketing strategies, and I think that's one of the things that
our marketing, black people's marketing,
really
is
fall
not
down.
Good.
Really fall
not
down.
Good. And there are things that I'm going to be putting on business seminars. And when I say business seminars,
absolutely, and the motivational speaking, because Conduit listeners, I want you to respond to me in the chat room. What has been your experience listening to Donna Spence? I had no idea that the show was going to go in this direction, because when you're with her, I was just laughing and talking, but it's the wisdom. And it's like you have a sense that, they say, people come here to do something.
Right.
There's a calling on her life. There's a conviction. She's not playing. And it's like it's resonating. Damn, you know what Donna said? She's right. And it's making you think, and it's making you remember, why am I being like an idiot in England? Or an idiot.
Idiot here, or idiot as
you know what? I need to shake up myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
When she showed me that video about what the sugar does, and I looked at it and I said, I won't tell you what I said because it's on it. But I'm
going to send it to you so you can put it up on your page.
She's right. It was and it's a simple thing. And the analogy is when I was learning to drive many, many moons ago, and I went to several different instructors, and my problem was parallel parking. I couldn't do it. The reverse parallel parking. I couldn't. And I went through all different instructors until one day a man looked at me and he said, "Turn the wheel the way you want the car to go." And
it just made sense. It just fell in line.
And it just clicked.
Yeah.
And I passed my test.
But and that's my point. It different people teach you things. Different people can explain something. My mother was so good at explaining something to me that others couldn't do. And I think the wisdom you're talking about is of my parents, because my mum had me at older age. So there is something that I know that if I had a child when I was young, I'd have been a terrible mother. That's me personally. I know that.
Okay, and Tony English is saying, everybody wants to own a business, but they're not business-minded. But you know what? You can learn.
You can learn. No, you can learn. But I agree with Tony, because not everybody wants to learn. They want to be a millionaire overnight, and they don't
Nothing
understand.
happens overnight.
Right. But they've got tons. And people have to be kinder to themselves, because they go, oh, but I've been doing this for time. Yes, but you wasn't listening. You wasn't listening. You were, your ears were there, but you wasn't really hearing. And sometimes the build up is for a reason. You know, when you make a cake, it's not the first time you make the cake, it tastes good. It might be the second or the third time. It takes time.
And the 15th time, you can make a bad cake.
Right. And I wasn't that great at cooking, but I can go to YouTube and learn how to cook stew chicken and cook a food now, honey. Trust me. I know how to keep a man now. Before that,
so
now I
is
can
it
keep
true
a man.
that the way to a man's heart is to his
You know
stomach?
what? I wholeheartedly believe that. And not just one of the ways, but there's nothing. Imagine you can cook a food, and your man feels so great to go, my girl can cook.
I heard a man boasting on a next man when I went to the store today.
That's what I'm saying. And so knowing that, you know how good he feels to come home and not want to eat junk food, and he knows his woman can cook, and plus she can look good. Come on now. You can't know how to treat your man.
Talk to me about the women that are just being men.
You see, this is the thing. Woman, 2 syllables. Woman. Understand who you are. We have the best of both worlds, but it doesn't mean you have to be a man. When the man is not around, when I leave my house in the morning, I have to represent me and defend me. So if somebody tries to chuck it, I can deal with it. Don't try and test me. Don't step in my corner. I'll deal with it. But if my man is about, baby, I got you. I'm here. We're one.
So do you think
and
that
he has to allow him to be the man?
Emasculating our men?
I think there's a lot of women, and I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to upset a lot of people. There is a lot of people acting like they're gay. You ain't even gay in your dreams. You are just tired. You're following stupidness on television, believing that because you got hurt by one man, you got hurt by 2 men, that now that you're gay. I'm talking about young people more than so.
Right,
yeah, you're
right.
not gay. You just have to understand that it's just life and its experiences, and that's what it is. I think some women are too mannish. You're listening to, if you listen to Destiny's Child back in the day, Independent, Throw Your Hands Away, but they're married. Beyonce's married.
They know when.
It's just a song. But women
have to live your life.
Oh yeah, don't be stupid. We need men. Look,
absolutely.
I can change a plug. I can change a light bulb. I can do all. I don't want to let a man do it. I like a man to be a man. Can you take the car, baby, and take it to the mechanic? Men like doing things for us, But women, you have to understand your role. If you look, when I was young, and you go, when I was younger, and I would be with a guy. If a man said he was going out, you'd push up your face and get upset. You're going out. You're going to go and get to the next new woman, and you'd get upset. Girl, when you get older, you glad he gone out. You need to get a break. The house is to yourself. That's not because he gets on your nerves, but everybody needs a break.
Space.
Right.
Wow. But
so,
all of these things come with experience.
It comes with experience.
And wisdom.
Right. But let's be clear here, women. If your man says he's going out, cook him his favourite meal, run his bath, iron his shirt. Now, let's be real, ladies, that nigger rights is going to set in. Now, I know I'm not supposed to use that word, so forgive me. But he going to get tired. When he goes to sleep...
Do not go through his phone.
Don't go through his phone. Don't waste your time. 10 minutes, let him sleep, but remember he's going to go out with his friends. Now you got to know to wake him up nicely. Now you should know your man's cycle. You're supposed to know your man's cycle, ladies. Now all I'm saying is it takes long for the blood to reach back around, so at least twice before he go. If his friends are waiting, tell him to wait downstairs. He soon come. Okay.
So you're gonna bust a line.
He got to. He got to bust before he goes. Okay. Because
we're
guess
closing
what?
up the thing as
Because let's be real. When he goes out,
you're gonna be too tired to do anything else.
Hello, there you go, sister. You got it in one, sister. So whoever he dance with, he's gonna be too full because his belly's full. Okay. And if he tries to do anything with her, it's gonna be limp. Get your ass home and come for dessert and tap that ass as it hits through the door, baby. And that's what I'm saying to you. That's old school.
This is the comedian.
I'm just telling you how it is.
But the realist.
But and I'm not saying that's not my joke because it is. But what I'm saying is it's the realist because that's what it is. Women, you're forgetting. That's
the
your
power.
Man. Do not allow your man. Listen. Do not allow your man to go out a road he doesn't need to because he actually doesn't want to. He actually wants to be with you.
Right. But you know what? You've become complacent.
You're
taking him for granted.
Right. And don't get me wrong. The reason you're tired is the food that you're eating. Let me be real here. Because when you go back to cutting out the rubbish... When you take out the rubbish...
And on 1936, liking what she's hearing. She's going to go practice it tonight. He's going out. Listen to what Donna Spence
do what you got to do. Because the truth of the matter is that the food we're eating is making us tired and making us sick. So you can't give the man what he deserves to have, and he can't give you what you deserve because the food that you're feeding him or he's feeding you. When you change your lifestyle, let me tell you, I became, and let's talk. We're family. Let's talk. I became more sexier when I stopped eating the rubbish. The stamina you have, the sexual desires you have, the whole thing about go and get it in the car. Wait, America, you might get in trouble
the bed,
here.
Anywhere. Trust me, you can do it.
You can do it anywhere. You're on top of the freezer. I don't care. Go do what you got to do.
Washing machine.
And do what you... And be a freak. Be a freak for your man. Be a freak for your man.
That's
love.
Your
man. This is love. Don't be scared. It's love, but it's about you having that trust thing. You know? I mean... It's about that fun. Kevin's smiling.
Kevin is getting hot in the studio. He's edging it out.
No. It's because we have a minor in the next room. That's a young
we're
shut down.
child.
You got a child.
We're coding.
Thank you. We're coding.
Yes.
Yeah. So really, it's about the food. So if you take away the chemicals from your food, you have to remember you'll have that energy to give what you deserve, because that's why you're tired. So you wake up tired, go to bed tired. Our skin is suffering. And remember the moisture for your skin. You know, the chemicals that you're putting on, you're hearing all these products that people are using, the Clarins or the Clinique or whatever. They're chemicals, they're toxins.
And they're going directly into the bloodstream.
They're going directly into the bloodstream. You know, one of the products I use, I use...
Tell us about that.
I use Dr. Alkaitis. Now, Dr. Alkaitis is from here. A lot of people still don't know about it, but it's made out of kale and broccoli and spinach. It's natural. Is it expensive? Yes, I'm not going to lie.
But you can make your own.
You can make your own. There's people that can make their own. Yeah, I'm no good at that. I'm rubbish at that, I'll be honest. But there are people that make their own. You've got black soap, but remember which black soap you're getting. Remember what you're reading, because some black soap will have chemicals in it. So that's what you've got to remember. Black soap is good, but it will strip your skin. So what moisture are you putting back in? Because when you start hitting 35, 40 and those ages, you need to cleanse, tone, and moisturize. You know, Astra and Vaseline and cocoa is just not enough. You need, because your skin needs that moisture. So you need to get rid of the dirt and then put back in right, and then you will find your skin just goes, ooh. It just glows. You know, your shower gel is important. You've got to remember that the shower gel you use in skin. Remember, you know, the same thing they use to strip a car engine is what they use in your shower gel and your soap and everything else.
I won't tell you what soap I use. You'll die laughing. I won't tell you.
Imagine. But I'm saying it's the same thing. You got to remember, when you buy a cucumber, which is not organic, they put wax on it. The same wax that they use to wax your car.
Yeah, so you have to wash that off with wash, strong alkaline acid water will wash it off.
If you haven't got, if you can't afford organic, because not everybody can afford organic all the time, use things like apple cider vinegar. Bragg's is probably the best make for that. So if you use apple cider vinegar, soak it in water. You know, put a bowl of water, put a cap full of apple cider, and leave it for 20 minutes. It will take off most of the chemicals, not all, but most of the chemicals. And so that's really important.
Donna,
yes, my dear.
How was your experience been coming to New York this time?
You know what? I came to New York like I just want to breathe. I just want to have a break. And God, tell me what my next move is, because it's a new start in my life. Because obviously, like I said, I both lost both my parents now. And I'm like, well, where am I going? What am I doing? And so I came for that break. But I was open. I said, you know, let me be open.
You were ready.
I'm ready, and I was open to hear. And it's been an amazing experience because, I mean, for example, I didn't even know you knew me. I never assume people know me. It's weird because people will talk to me like, I was in Payless the other day and somebody said, oh, I like these shoes, but you know, I like your other shoes. I was like, you know me? And she was like, yeah, you do the... I was like, wow. And so you're surprised. So you're surprised by it. So it's been a really great experience. Like, I love New York. I've been coming here for nearly 30 years. For me, New York is second home. And I love the dollar drivers, and I love Jamaica Ave, and I love Fordham Roads, and I love that whole shopping experience. I love the love. I love our people. There's things about our people. I understand why everybody hates us, because they just want to be us. We're such a beautiful people.
We are becoming downtrodden.
Absolutely.
Beat down.
Yeah.
And Donna Spence, in all of her iterations, in all of her oomphness and her maelstromness, but maelstrom in a wonderful way.
Right.
Because she's bringing information that we need to hear, that we want to hear, and we can't survive without hearing. She's
Right.
about uplifting the community. I want you
Beautifully
to tell
so.
them where they can find the new Black Friday information.
So the new Black Friday at the moment is just on Facebook. My Facebook page is Donna Spence Comedian. I have 3 pages, but you'll find me. And if not, Tony English, Sheron, you will have it as well.
We'll be pushing it.
But the
Because
new Black
we
Friday
want you
now,
to
Shakti.
we want you to do what you're doing in England.
Sure.
We want you to do it.
Well, that's what's happening
in
now.
America.
I mean, get ready because, I've now taken it internationally.
Transatlantic to France.
Transatlantic. We're international now. And I've already started. There's, you'll see one next week, Friday, that I think you'll be surprised by. And I've done one yesterday, funny enough, which I didn't really, obviously about the dollar cab, because we don't do dollar taxis in England. But I wanted people to know, because a lot of people that come over, they do that touristy shopping here because they don't know.
Where
they
to
think
go.
it's just Macy's, whatever else. So, and these black shops are losing out. So I need your help too. I need you to tell me these businesses and these, especially black-owned clothes shops or whatever as well, so I can send people to it so we can generate and keep our money.
Keep the money in our community.
In our community. Because I do tour trips. Let me be clear here for any UK listeners as well or whatever. I do tour trips here. Me and that's what me and Mr. Mr. Biggs.
Oh, so you're
Mr.
lining
Biggs
him
came.
up then to be the tour.
So, well, one of
okay.
them, but what the real thing is that I bring people over from the UK and I show them how to shop here because they otherwise they
don't
shop
know.
silly, right?
Yeah.
And so, say there's 4 of them, they pay for my fare and we book ourselves in a hotel and then I take them out shopping. And of course, sometimes you take them on the subway, whatever, but if they're tired and be like, well, here comes Mr. Biggs Kings.
Come pick us up and
come pick us up. We're going to Outlet.
Wow.
We're going to wherever, and this is what we're doing.
Do you see people how you can make a decent living?
It's the old saying, you can make something out of nothing. That's what it is.
But you've got to have the confidence in yourself, and you've got to have that determination.
Yeah, and if anything, I really want you guys to have, because I wasn't always this way. Like you'll say that I'm confident, I don't see it. I just see that I've got to do.
She's confident because, trust me, anybody who can go into an establishment that she's never been into before and strike up a conversation and get a reaction is someone with confidence.
See, and I just believe in just doing. And that's probably what it is. And if there's anything I would say to people, just do. Nike doesn't have that saying for no reason.
Just do it.
Just
Swoosh.
do it. And with a tick. There's a reason for it, yeah? And you need to be that. Just do it with a tick because you are more than enough. You can do anything you put your mind to, but just take time. Just take a little time. And that's what all those YouTube links are about. You don't need to be paying this big money to go and see things. Believe in yourself. It's inner. If you believe you want to be the best garbage owner of a company, you can be. There's nothing wrong with garbage because somebody needs to clear it. But if you want to be the most successful singer, then what are you going to do to stand out from everybody else? If you want to be the best presenter, what are you prepared to do to be the best presenter? What are you going to do? Because obviously presenting is my other key that I have, because obviously through comedy, when you're hosting shows or whatever, and you've got to be, and I came here and I used to do voiceovers here at a company in Greenwich, do voiceovers to learn so I could get here.
And I told you, this woman is open to everything.
You've got to
I'm waiting for what other revelation she's going to tell me. I'm like, you're a typical Jamaican. How many jobs you got? No. That's a good thing.
Main job. I have one main
job.
I have one main job, but the other things are their avenues of things, of my businesses. Like there's a plus size clothing line that's still got to come out. I've got to get to China to do that. And because England still doesn't get it with plus size. So I've got to come here and
surprised.
shop.
Yeah.
They're
a lot of my
backwards.
friends have that problem.
Well, they don't want us to look good. So I take size 10 shoes in England, which is 13 here. Yeah. So I can't get shoes. And one pair of shoes in England, there's 3 shops that sell large size shoes. No, not even Clark's, forget them. There's 3 shops in Baker Street. Or Chiltern Street it's called, Magnus Elephant Feet in another. Anyway,
Magnus Elephant.
There's Magnus. It's called Elephant Feet.
Oh Lord, have mercy! I would not be buying nothing from them.
Right, and what's it called? Crispin's. And there's another shop, and one pair of shoes for me was £251, which is like nearly $500.
How many shoes you could buy with that?
Hence I'm here.
I need to take you to.
Hence I'm here.
What was the
Nine
store?
West.
Nine West,
yeah. Hence I'm here because I can get a lot more for my money. So you know, when people say they can't afford to, you can't afford not to. My game is I'm on stage all the time, so I can't afford to not. Is the clothes as good as British fabric? No, but guess what? I can buy X amount and change it up, so who cares? And that's what makes me feel sexy.
And you're doing a service for
And I'm
other
doing
ladies.
right. I'm doing a service for other ladies, for other people, and for men, because you know men want to know that you
The
look
lady
good.
looks good too.
You know, one of the beautiful things for me is being on stage and watching men go in the audience and trying to pull down their trousers because they're like looking at you. I love that, and every woman should have that. A man looks at you in that desire. Do you know how beautiful that is? That I always feel humble. They kind of with their throat and trying to pull down their trousers like and fix themselves up on a chair, and I love it. I absolutely love it because
it's black love.
It's black love. And you know what? And the thing is, when I was young, I might get the rude, well, I'll do this to you. But and remember, big women. I've always been a big woman. Big women weren't fashionable back then. We were secrets.
We're still not fashionable.
But
we
you know,
fight
okay. See,
for that place.
and you know what? I would disagree. What we're fighting with is our confidence. Because if you're confident, that man's confident with you. Listen, I get short men on me. Once I got so tired of short men chatting, I'm like, you need to leave me alone. Why do I keep getting these short men? And I started to wear high heels. Like, get out of my face. I mean, if you get to see, I'm in a film. Miniature Balance has a film called Looking for Love. I'm in that film, and you're here. You're here
Donna
in
Spence,
that film.
the actress.
You'll hear me in that film as well. But now I embrace it because I'm like, you know what short men have though? Confidence.
They have
short men already know that they're short. So they're like, yo, I've got to be a bigger man. I'm like, and boo, you really are. So why do I care? Yeah, because the truth of the matter is that I was shunning away short men because I was like, oh, they're short. But the truth is, some tall men are boasting because they know that they're tall. And you're like, you know what, this short man's going to work harder for me.
Yes.
And why do I care what people think? Because people don't care about me. So what you think of me is none of my business. Which is a good book by Terry Walker Smith, I think her name is. And it's from the 1970s, that book. But it's the truth. Why do I care what you think? Because you don't care what I think. So let me get on with it. So leave me and my short man to make it because that's my king.
Donna, I'm shell shocked right now because it's so much information to process.
Yeah, there's a lot from
Is there any one place where if someone has a health issue or if someone wants to hear something motivational from you or if somebody wants to look at the latest new Black Friday video?
It's my Facebook page. At this moment, it's
Everything
my Facebook.
is on Facebook.
Everything for me is on Facebook. You might see a little bit. Instagram will lead you back to Facebook. Twitter will lead you back to Facebook. And, you know, obviously we're going to Periscope at some point. But right now, if you want to see the new Black Friday, it is on Facebook. Facebook for me is just an amazing. I get 80% of my business from Facebook. And it is an amazing thing. YouTube, the YouTube channel will come and that will air out at some point. And we'll get you. You know what I mean? We'll get you. But you know what? If you want to know a health issue or something, inbox me on Facebook and I'll get back to you. Do you know what I mean? I will get back to you.
So definitely for the Conduit listeners at least. And I'm trying to get back into the chat room, people. So you have to excuse me because I've lost the link. So I'm like, I'm not sure
where you're going.
Here it is. Here it is.
Got it.
We got it
back.
We got it back. Sorry.
And let me say
my head
again,
is not so good.
Let me say, and don't say there's negative things because your head is good.
My head is wonderful.
Right, exactly. And it is about telling the opposite because your brain will do what you ask it to do. If you like, I'll give you an example. Last week I was pushing a couch outside. I was like, Lord, give me the strength. I was like, Lord, give me the strength. I said, I know I've got the strength, Lord. I know. And he gave me the strength. Because I said, I know I've got the strength. I said, I'm so strong. Wow, God, look at the power you've given me. And I became strong. Now, if I kept saying, I can't do it, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Because this is why my daughter says, I've got a goat mouth. Because when I say negative things and they happen,
it's going to follow.
It's coming out of my mouth.
So why not just say the good things?
Right.
Why not just, because we are conditioned to say the bad things. Because we are brainwashed to say the bad things. When it doesn't have to be.
Absolutely, Marie. So I'm hoping, I know, I don't have to hope. I know that the words that Donna's spoken to you, because I'm lapping it up, so I know the Conduit listeners have taken away something.
I hope so.
They have. They absolutely have. Because, trust me, you are giving it. You're not receiving it. We are receiving it.
I'm receiving a lot of love. And a lot of love makes me give you more and more and more because that's what it is.
What I want is an hour seminar. I want a 2-hour seminar.
Okay.
I want you packing out Madison Square Garden.
Oh, now that will be nice. How big is Madison Square Garden?
It's huge.
You know what I love about you? You've already got me in America. Like,
We're
I've
not
been
leaving,
wanting to be
she's
in
not
America.
leaving, you know. We're going to kidnap her.
You've already got me like, I want you here. You've said it twice. And
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be here from a child. So it must be happening in its own
It's going to
form.
happen, because when you see the ease by which everything you want to realize
Yeah, absolutely.
can happen here.
Absolutely. What I will do is, if I get the chance and the beauty of coming to America to do a seminar, I will get those correct people. I will host that seminar. I will speak at the seminar. But remember, I'm a health advocate. I'm not a doctor.
Right.
I am studying to do certain things, but I'm not a doctor.
So
So
you're
I'm
gonna
not
get
going
them.
to lie to my audience. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you something I don't know and
Right.
just try a thing. We're not
No,
doing that.
it's
But I
not
will
try
get
things
you the
for
right
actions.
people. I will get you, like, you know, if you ever, like, I have a doctor in
The
England.
live blood testing.
The live blood
is
test is
that-
something you definitely need to do. And one of the best places is Detroit for that, to be honest, as well.
Oh, wow.
One of the best, if any woman, by the way, who has fibroids or hormone problems, your best one is Dr. Stephen Hoyts, Hotze. And you can check him up on YouTube as well. He is amazing. He's in Dallas. So I've sent people from all over the world to different places to him. And you really, you'll get your life back. You'll be amazed. Like, there's things like, people going through the menopause, you have things like progesterone cream, not the chemical progesterone cream, not Wild Yam. I'm talking about, there's a company called Wellspring, which is amazing. But Dr. Stephen Hoyts is one of the best. I say that now because I know a lot of women suffer with those things, so I want them to know. And this hot and cold thing, it will change for you. It's absolutely amazing.
This is like 20 years now. It's like
Girl,
shadow.
no, guess what? We can, and everything can change. You've got to remember, you're not born. If you're not born a certain way, it can change. But you can't. You've got to remember, there's money in the disease, not the cure. And doctors are needed. Surgeons are needed. They are trained.
To
Yeah,
feed
they are
the
trained a
disease.
certain way, and it's like a mechanic. A mechanic knows how to change the parts. He never made the car. Yeah, and you have to understand that, and you have to show them love and go thank you and get your info. Don't ever argue with your doctor. My doctors now listen to me, but that's because I never argued with them. My doctors will call me up now and go, Donna, what do you think about this? Because I never argued. I went, doctor, do you think I act dumb? Dumb gets you so much places.
Yeah, but acting dumb can also make you dead.
No,
Yeah,
it
you
depends.
act dumb, you're not going to be dumb.
Right,
Oh,
and
okay,
that's
there's
what,
a difference.
and that's it. You said it in one. You answered your own question. Just
Yeah.
because I act dumb doesn't mean who I am. That's what I made you believe who I am. We act all day long. We act all day. When we leave out of here, we'll be acting. Because we act out that we have to survive. So you act dumb to get with. Play a fool to catch wise is the saying.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all
Absolutely.
sayings. So it's all about that thing. So if there's anything I would say to people is, search a little bit deeper. You can be whoever you need to be at any given time. You just have to trust. I remember when I was searching for a relationship, I was like, you know, I want a relationship. And I was actively seeking, and I got it. And I was very clear about what I wanted a good man, I wanted this, I wanted that. And I met him at that point. But guess what? Because of his past things, he didn't think he was good enough for me. Because men will do that too. Men will, in my experience, they will know that you're a good woman and go, you know what? I don't want to mess this up. And they will leave instead of hurt you if you know yourself.
What was it?
Which one? You talking about Kelly Price?
Yeah.
It's My Time. It's My Time to Shine. It's called. Which is a very prominent song for me. But yeah, it's about believing in yourself and believing what you want. I wasn't always like this. Believe me, I was the woman that cried, why could I not get that guy? I was the woman who had an affair with a married man, not realising, and of course I thought he was going to leave her for me. Of course he was. And then you kind of, and then you tell yourself foolish, it's like, well, she can't be that good because he's with me. No, honey, he's with you because he can use you. Do not disrespect yourself do not lower your standards. People will do whatever they want to do because you will allow them.
To. Wow.
Men know. There's a guy right now in the UK who's on me until it's annoying. And when I say it's annoying, because when I say to him, he asked me if I was single. First of all, you know, if you're already taken, you have no right to ask me if I'm single, but he did. He's probably listening right now and I don't care.
Ooh.
So, you know.
And we know it's not Shakti.
It's not Shakti. And this guy is on me. And he's like, no, he's taken. But he wants to come and do whatever he wants to do with me. I said, but why?
No.
Right,
Why
and
would
I'm
he
saying to him,
disrespect you like
right.
that?
I said, I would never disrespect your woman like that. And I would never disrespect myself like that. Now, can we talk straight talk on here?
Yes,
are we like?
I guess we can.
Can I say
It's after
certain
9.
words? It's after 9.
Not swear words though.
It's not swear words, but there's only one way to say dick. I
Oh,
can say
that's
that.
okay.
Okay, cool.
Because we can say Tom and
Okay.
Harry.
Okay, there you go. Okay, cool. There we go. If you don't respect your dick, I have no time for you.
Yeah, I mean,
You
why would
have to
want
respect your dick.
Non-disrespected dick anywhere near you.
Right, respect your dick, because at the end of the day, if you don't respect it,
You got to say that again.
if you don't, you've got to respect your dick. Respect your dick. Your dick is one of the most greatest things. It has the power to make or break. And when you take that dick, there's a saying in the West Indies, in Jamaica, man lee quota, woman take it.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, that's the saying. So understand.
You don't want
the
to
power.
disrespect your
You
dick
don't
anywhere near you.
disrespect your dick, because and when he said that to me, I was so off him. I saw him now as a mouse. He was an idiot to me because he disrespected his girl, and he's pushing because he wants a little piece. I'm not in it.
The conversation in the chat room, I can't keep up with it.
What's it
Anon
saying?
3612 is saying, boy, broken dicks. That sounds like Shaq dick. Doesn't that sound like Shaq
it probably
dick?
would be.
That sounds like Shaq. Women should never lower their standards.
I agree.
That's right, Marie.
That's right.
Absolutely. And really and truly.
And men neither.
You have
Because a
to
lot of men
do that,
lower their
yes.
standards. A lot of men pick up some
Oh my
stupid
God.
women.
Some bubbleheads.
Some proper.
Some chicken heads.
I call them dumb black blondes. Do you know what I mean? Dumb blackhead. Yeah, because and you got blondes. I didn't mean it like that, but you know what I mean.
blonde.
It's not blonde.
This is all kind of colour. This
Yeah,
is
that's
not
not
blonde.
blonde. No, but you know what I mean. You got some dumb. You got
Who
some
behave
dumb
like a blonde.
blackheads. They just dumb, and then men date them and try to make
Because
you're
of
like,
the outward
right.
appearance all
Be-
the time and
right.
not looking at
'Cause-
what's in the
right.
air.
And that's what I'm saying. Dating is important. Dating is about collecting data. You have to understand what that is. Dating is about collecting data. You go out with somebody. You know, really, it only takes one date really to know if you really want to go further with somebody. But we fool ourselves. Oh, but maybe.
we want
Oh,
to
but
have a
maybe. Oh, but
relationship.
maybe. You know.
If you have to say, oh, but maybe, run for the hills.
You don't need to. So I don't even rap on my first date. There's questions that I ask. That's me though, because I don't care. You know, and I'll be on a
You
date.
ask questions on the first date?
Sure, because we're out on a date. There's ways of asking questions that sound like you're asking questions.
Okay.
Do you know
For
what I mean?
example.
So you might be on a date and you'd be like, oh, okay, so, you might want to find out where they live, for example. Oh, so where do you live? Or so for us in the UK, it'd be like, you can find out somebody's a house owner or not a house owner where they come from, because of
the area they live in
or whatever. Now, don't forget, you can, and it's not that you're judging them, but as my dad would say, God rest his soul, he would say, if you buy a house and him not come from no house, he's
Not
never
gonna
going to
work.
understand you.
And he's not going to want to buy a house.
He's not going to want to buy a house, and he don't understand about mortgage. He doesn't understand about payments. So therefore, you're already wasting your time. Now, if he says to you, "Oh, my parents have, but I haven't," there's a difference. You might have seen it. There's an upgrade, but it doesn't make sense, because all he cares about, and all you got to do is watch his clothing. If you see him in, okay, now let's turn this around, because it's mainly women. You see this woman in the red bottom shoes. You see her with her Louis Vuitton bag. You see her with this lot, and that's great. That's beautiful. Has she got any money? How much credit cards has she got? Because you got to pay that debt, guys. You've got to pay her debt. Now,
men.
Yeah, of course. He's got to pay that debt. Now, really, think about this. Why would I want to pay somebody's debt?
When you got your own.
Right. So, I'm not saying I don't like designer. I'm not saying that.
But
I
can
like
you
designer.
sustain it? Can you maintain it?
Right. Now, generally, people's wages, you can't.
Yeah.
You got the credit card. The people that can afford it in corporate world have no life, because they got to spend their time
15
at
hours,
work.
18 hours a day working.
Right. So realistically, can she still go into Payless? And can she still go into the supermarket to buy her food? Or has she got to go to whatever? And that's the reality of it. If you go back to our old school parents, how we were raised, calm beef and rice, bully beef and rice, whatever the case may be. Mackerel, whatever it was, crackers, sardines.
Wow. So basically you sacrifice for what you want.
And it goes back to that whole thing in business. What
Discipline.
are you prepared to do?
Yeah.
What are you prepared to sacrifice for your thing? Are you ready to eat, pepper and rice? What are you prepared to do to achieve what you need to achieve? Some of the greatest entrepreneurs were living in the streets, and have achieved what they want. Richard Branson his business started in a phone booth. What are you prepared to do? How bad do you want it? If you are still getting sleep at night, you don't want it bad enough. You don't want it bad enough. If you're still, it's a passion, isn't it? Whatever you want to do is a passion. My things, okay, so I work in the daytime, I have my day job, and I work in the courts, yeah? Now, before I get to work in the morning, I start work at 7 o'clock in the morning, so I'm up by 4:30. Why? Because I give myself at least 45 minutes of my business. So I'll get up and I'll get ready
That
for
makes
work
sense.
first.
That
But
makes
I give
sense.
myself 45 minutes
Yeah.
of my business.
You have to invest in yourself.
I have to invest in my
because you're
business.
investing in other people's business.
Right. So why not invest in myself? Now, do I do that every morning? No. But I will guarantee you there's 3 days of the week that I do, and the other 2 be, okay, I'm getting slack, give myself slack that day. However, on my way to work, I'm reading something that relates to my business, whether it's meditation, whether it's about health. So I take a long route to work so I can do that. I don't take my tube and my underground. I take my bus because it allows me to read. So what am I prepared to give myself and sacrifice? A longer route to work so I can learn something. Every day you should be learning something. Every day you should find a way to learn something. How open are you about learning something?
And looking at the gossip on Facebook is not learning.
No,
people, I have
but
to
there's
say.
other things on Facebook you can
That
learn
you can
from.
learn from.
So
Absolutely.
much more.
Absolutely.
And
We need to
I'm with those groups. And I'm with those
And we
groups.
need to take ourselves out of our comfort zones too.
Absolutely right. We've become lazy, but understand it's not your fault. It's the food you are eating. Your food is detrimental to your system. And let me be clear here again. When you are buying your greens and you're running to the supermarket, I can't speak about here so much because I don't know. But remember, chemicals are on those. Yeah? So this is where the apple cider vinegar comes
need
in.
to
Just
wash
soak
them off.
Wash them off. Try to buy organically. And not everybody that says they're organic are. So if your fruit or your veg is not going within... You know, they're not dying within 5 days and they're not dead and the celery's not looking limp or whatever.
It's
guaranteed it's not good, right? You have certain fast food stores that will, you know, if you buy their burger and you test it, for example, not mentioning any names because we want to do, mind you, I can say it, but, you know, legally, you know, allegedly, places
Say
like
allegedly.
and this is nothing to do with the radio, so this is not E2, this is Donna Spence speaking, so if you want to sue me, feel free. The McDoodles of the place.
Right.
Yeah.
The
and all of
McDonald's.
those, yes, the McDoodles, let's say it that way, so allegedly. I know I done a test in the UK where I took that burger and I put it on top of the shelf and I watched to see how long it was going to take to deteriorate. And it took 8 weeks before there was a movement. The fries took 6 weeks before I saw the ends turn. So I understand what it's doing in your body. Understand what that is
It's
doing
not
in your
breaking
body.
down.
It's not breaking it because your body doesn't know it because it's chemicals, it's processed food. And so that's what I want you guys to understand, that even when you're buying that veg in the shop, you have to understand that it's still made of a chemical. You know, you can get square apples.
Yeah.
Square apples.
Well, look,
It's no
if they're,
such
they're
thing.
making grapes now without seeds. You can get
It's-
grapes
and-
without
and-
seeds.
and it doesn't
so
make
that
sense.
should tell you
That's-
that's engineered.
Right. It's engineered, and we have to think about these things. So, excuse me. So what I would say to you is be very clear about what you're eating, what you're doing, and understand. Remember, we used to get married all the time. We're not getting married now, and it's all of these things that are happening because we're not happy with each other. You see something in the chat room,
This is Kevin. Kevin
Kevin?
Moreno.
Kevin?
Moreno.
Okay.
Hi, Donna.
Hello.
Enjoying.
Oh, hello. Hi.
Wow. I mean, this knowledge
I'm so glad.
is priceless, and I'm so glad that I was able to record. But I'm going to stop this recording now.
No, okay, no problem, sweetheart.